character you would like to play in upcoming anime?
Well, I'm sure there are characters I would like to play. I've been very fortunate to get the ones I really wanted, you know. I played characters that I've been, you know, I didn't care if I got it or not, you know, but no, not really. I mean, it's not anything I'm like, oh God, my life would be complete if only I played Tenchi. Naruto. I would love to play Naruto because it's a lot of money, you know. And you know what? I actually went to Funimation because I read a lot of manga. And I read Naruto before it came out. And I went to one of the producers and I said, dude, if there is an anime of this, get it. It is the next Dragon Ball Z. And like, oh, we got people who do that. No! Serious! And then somebody picked it up. And sure enough, boom! You know, Naruto everywhere, right?
Yeah.
Well, I'll teach them not to listen to the manga artist. Any other questions? What time is? That's my question.
You got about 25, 30
Or 32.
We've only been talking for 30 minutes. It's, I guess it's the heat in here, right? It's kind of warm. All you in costumes know exactly what I'm talking about. This is my costume. I'm pretending to be a voice actor. What is your question, Miss America?
Awesome. Yeah.
Now you forgot your question.
Do you, like, have you been following Brotherhood at all?
Not much, no.
Okay. Are there, like, is there anything you prefer with Brotherhood as opposed to the original animation adaptation or with the original anime adaptation?
You know, since I've only seen the scenes I'm in, I have to compare the death scene, you know, and like I said, I like some things about both, you know. But I think overall, I like the original. Yeah?
Did you introduce your kids to anime and your wife? Is it part of your job?
You know, the thing is, I go to conventions all over the world, you know, and I hear kids all the time say, man, I wish you were my dad, you know. My daughter's not that way at all! I'm the biggest dork in the world at home. In her opinion, I suck! But you know what? I think if you are the one who has to be the disciplinarian, there's no way in hell you're going to be cool to the person you have to discipline. You know? The guy who's grounding you for 2 weeks is not cool, no matter what he does for a living. I am President of the United States, and you suck, Daddy! You know? So, now, actually, her opinion changed for me. I took her to a convention in Arizona earlier this year, and I could see her looking like, what? Why are these people like lining up for autographs and stuff like that? And she told me, you have a really cool job. So that's the closest I've ever gotten to her appreciating me, you know, like the job itself. But, yeah.
What is the weirdest thing a fan has given you?
Her breast. It's awesome. It's awesome and weird. You know, because you have to dry your hands, make sure and take your time, you know, because you want to be legible. Also, somebody made me these figurines. They made all of us these figurines, and they were really weird looking. They looked like somebody who was in an insane asylum. But I loved it. But I wondered, like the red paint, that was blood. It might have been. It gave off an interesting odor. Yeah.
Is it possible to be a voice actor, like, and make a decent level, or do you always have to have a side job that you have to do, or?
Depends on how you work it. You know, I mean, when I started directing at Funimation a few years ago, so I was directing and writing and voice acting, and so no, I didn't. That's all I needed to do. But I'm also a comic book artist, and I love drawing comics. And I pretty much gave up after ElfQuest because I was working so much at Funimation. I didn't have time to draw comics. Comics is a full-time job. And I was at a convention selling some old ElfQuest comics, and an acquisitions editor from Tokyo Pop came over and said, "Oh, I love your work on ElfQuest." I'm like, "Oh, thanks. And do you have anything else in mind?" And I was like, "That we could publish?" I said, "No." And my buddy, Jeff Zugel, who's also an ElfQuest artist, said, "Dude, what about Goat?" And I went, "Goat?" And he goes, "Goat." And the guy said, "What the hell is Goat?" Goat was what became These Shadows, published by Tokyo Pop. Goat is a story about this punk rock fairy who is destined for greatness, you know. And I remember one time when Jeff and I was living in LA, and Jeff and I got really drunk, and I told him this entire story that I'd been developing for 10 years of this idea. So I briefly told the guy the synopsis, and he said, "That sounds awesome. Send me a synopsis and some pages, like 4 pages." And so I did. I didn't hear from him for 4 months, you know. And then 4 months later, I get a call from him. He says, "I've been traveling around the world looking for talent. I just want to let you know I've turned your stuff in. So if any of the editors like it, you'll hear from them." And 2 weeks later, I get a call from an editor who wanted to publish it. So, yeah. What was your question? How did I get there? That was not where we started. And you know what? I had plenty of sleep last night, so I have no excuse. Yes, any other questions? And you want me to ramble on and about? Yes?
Have you ever been watching anime and just see a character that you feel that you personally could have done better? Like, any...
Yes. Sometimes it's shows that I've auditioned for. And I went, what? That's what you went with? And you know, that's a problem too, because like, I'm very bad at cold readings. You know, and doing an audition, you know, you can't do. I'm much better when I have time to develop this character, work with him, and know more about him, you know, than just a few lines on the page. But a lot of people are really good readers. But the problem is that that's the level they stay at. You know, that what you get at the audition is what you continually get. So they sound better than a lot of people at the audition, but then it just it sticks there, you know. That's not always, but occasionally that happens. And sometimes it happens on parts that you audition for and you're going, oh my God. Well, I could have nailed that one. Yeah. Any other questions about my hatred for every voice actor? No? What? Yes?
Is there a voice actor that you really dislike because they got a part that you really wanted?
No, not really. We're all pretty much friends, you know. Yeah, I have nothing against anyone, especially on Funimation. Yeah.
What are some projects you're recently working on?
I can't announce. The most recent things I'm working on now, of course, Dragon Ball Z Kai. If you guys, you've seen the versions on what's it, Nicktoons, right? Right. That's the edited version. That's for the kid version, right? Definitely see the unedited if you've only seen that, because it is really cool. And it's probably the way they have retooled that thing and made it snappier. The episodes end on much more natural cliffhangers. The voice acting, most of us have come back to do it, and we've been doing this 12 years now, so it's so much better now. It is so much tighter and funnier and much more emotion that we just, you know, we're too green to convey when we first started out. So check it out if you can. Let's see, what else? Oh, of course, Black Butler, we finally announced that. I played Drossel on that, so. That's right. London Bridge is falling down. London Bridge is falling down. No laughs in that part. Which I enjoy. He is twisted and an absolute doll. Any other questions?